Wow, look at that. Yamaha Ténéré 700, 689cc twin cylinder that produces 74 brake horsepower. So this particular one here has been quite heavily modified, and it's got custom tires, as you can see. It's more of a 70-30 off-road to road variant. This one would be way better off-road given the choice of tires there, the Pirelli tires. It's also got this bash plate down here, B&B bash plate. It's got custom handlebars and grips, and one of the most important major modifications that it's had is this custom seat here, which allows for greater comfort than the original, is what I'm told. Let's come and have a look at the LCD display here. It's quite a simple LCD display, nothing too fancy. I think they're just trying to go with that Dakar lineage, which is what this motorcycle is inspired from. If you come have a look over here, you got all the standard switches, headlights, hazard lights. But over here, look at this, off-road ABS on and off. You can turn the ABS on and off directly from the screen there. And on the right here, you've got this select mode thing, which this button just allows you to select through the different features on the screen, how many liters per 100 kilometers you're traveling, and it gives you the fuel range as well, and the temperature, which I think that's a nice addition. Let's have a listen to the engine. Give it a little blip. And that's the other thing, this one's got the custom Akrapovic exhaust. Sounds quite sweet. Good day ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm riding the Yamaha Ténéré 700. The engine is straight out of the Yamaha MT-07, and this is the first time I'm riding this bike, and let me just say I'm quite pleasantly surprised. So first thing I noticed as soon as I jumped on it, the seating position's quite high. I'm 6'1" tall, and my feet, I'm still, I wouldn't say tippy toeing, I can flat foot it, but it seems like it's kind of a stretch. Anyway, so the first thing I noticed about this bike is that it is very comfortable, and that my seating position is quite elevated high, and I really like that because it's kind of like the KLR 650, where I can see above and beyond all of the traffic that I'm sitting in. So it is safer from that aspect. But unlike the KLR 650, it is not a single cylinder. It doesn't lack power. And that's why me, a former owner of the KLR 650, I had to sell it, was because it had a real lack of power. Unlike this thing, which I just love the grunt it puts out. It definitely does not lack power whatsoever. It is obviously not a super powerful bike. It's in the mid-range for adventure touring bikes. Yeah, I really do like this mid-range segment, because what it gives you is a motorcycle that gives you a decent fuel economy, gives you a decent amount of power so you can dominate the highways and overtake other cars, but at the same time it doesn't sacrifice fuel economy, it doesn't sacrifice off-road ability because it's lighter. This bike only weighs 203 kilograms wet with a full tank of fuel. So I'm noticing the suspension on this bike It's not super soft, but it's just right. So it's soft enough that I'm barely feeling these bumps, but it's not super soft that it's affecting the handling during cornering. I feel like I can still hit the corners pretty hard on this thing. So right now, I'm just going to cruise in 6th gear. Right, I'm cruising in 6th gear and the RPMs are between 2,600 and 3,000. Now that's nothing cruising at 60 kilometers an hour. That just indicates that this bike will definitely easily cruise on a highway, and you can do a lot of long adventure rides on it. And that's why I'm looking at this bike, because in my opinion, after reviewing all the specs, I think that this motorcycle would be the perfect adventure touring motorcycle. I feel like it can dominate off-road, it can dominate on the highways, and it can do all of that in great comfort and with great fuel economy as well. So what's not to like? The main reason that they keep this bike simple is so that it's easy to work on, it's easy to maintain, and there's less bells and whistles that can go wrong. There's less things that can go wrong with this bike. I guess you could say it's the Toyota Land Cruiser of motorcycles, because it's got a reliable engine. Everything on it is quite simple, just like they keep it with Toyota Land Cruisers, and therefore there's less that can go wrong. So when you're out on your next big long adventure trip, you don't have to worry about the fancy TFT screen screwing up in some way. It's a very simple LCD screen, tells you exactly what you need to know. So one last thing I want to do is I just want to take this motorcycle quickly on the highway and just test what it's like doing 100 kilometers an hour. So let's go have a look at that right now. I was tested on this corner. Oh geez. Oh Jesus Christ. That's some fucking power. It's got some power on this thing. So I'm quite easily cruising at 100. No issues whatsoever. Here we go, I'm cruising at 100 kilometers an hour in 6th gear, and the motorcycle is revving at 4,500 RPMs. Now that is truly excellent. How can anyone even complain about that? And there's literally, I'm not feeling any vibrations at all. I mean, I just can't complain about it. It's amazing. And I love it how, just like the Kawasaki Vulcan S, it goes into eco mode when you're cruising, and as soon as you accelerate a bit harder, eco mode goes off. It lets you know that you're consuming too much petrol and to calm down. But yeah, look at that, man, like 4,500 RPMs at 100 kilometers an hour. That is amazing. Maybe even less. It's like 4,200 maybe, 4,400. On my Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R, which obviously, you know, it's designed to rev at a higher rate, that would have 6,000 RPMs at 100 kilometers an hour. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe for more awesome motorcycle reviews and motorcycle adventure content. Those are my two passions: riding different motorbikes and going on motorcycle adventures. So if you enjoy this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you don't like it and you want to tell me I'm a dickhead like people have in the past, then jump on the comments and tell me I'm a dickhead as well, because those kind of comments kind of make me laugh.